Mikhail Masa video, subscribe and share. The history of the Bena Kongo, according to the Banabi Kongo, Banabi Kongo. Greetings to the mothers and fathers of the Congo path. The Congo tradition teaches that Ne Nzala Mpandu is the original ancestor of the tall blacks born on the Ethiopian plateau. Ne Nzala Mpandu gave birth to 12 children who became the 12 original ancestors of the tall black race, the 12 patriarchs of 12 tribes that spread and populated Ethiopia, Nubia, the Sahara, Egypt, Moab, and the land of Kana, present-day Israel. These 12 tribes were governed under a matriarchal system, which became the law of their society. Banabazulu. Ne Nzala Mpandu, the original ancestor of the black race, is said to have come from the radiant planet Kôngo. The ancestor of the black race, Ne Nzala Mpandu, and his wife, Mama Nkenge Lufuma, were brought to the Ethiopian plateau by the chariot of fire. From this couple, 12 children were born, who became the 12 patriarchs of the black race. These 12 heavenly children mixed their blood with the descendants of Tami. After the Great Flood, Tata Kongo Nimi, descended from Nalu Kongo, the eldest son of Ne Nzala Mpandu, married Mamangunu in Ethiopia. Together, they had 3 children who represented the 3 great attributes of God, the Creator. Nsaku, divine love, who was a prophet. Mpanzu, the creative intelligence of God, a blacksmith and warrior. Nzinga, the reflection of divine power, who became a queen. The Congo tradition teaches that after blessing the descendants of the ancestor Nsemi, the Nsemites or Semites, consecrating them as shepherds of the 12 tribes, the god Mwanda Kongo sent 3 messengers. The eldest was called Na Kinzambi, the second Na Luyalu, and the third Na Mazayu. God Mwanda Kongo gave each messenger a unique task. To Na Kinzambi, he said, "You are the elder brother, responsible for the spiritual training of the people of God, as the main goal is spiritual evolution. You are the guarantor of true political power, but must not exercise it yourself. Your role is to identify the prince, train him in divine politics, and crown him king once he becomes bald head, son of the leopard, and man in the yellow cassock. You will let him reign while ensuring that he leads in accordance with the sacred law, for you are the religious leader. You will rule the country from the temple." To Naluyalu, Mr. Politics, he said, "The main work in my cultural perimeter is the cultivation of moral and spiritual values. This is best achieved in the absence of injustice and disorder. You are the governor, tasked with combating vices, injustice, and disorder while ruling in accordance with the sacred law. You will govern from the royal palace, for you are the king." To Namazayuns, he said, "While humanity strives for spiritual evolution on earth, they will need clothing, houses, roads, bridges, vehicle medicines, tools, and products for material life. You are the creative intelligence, responsible for providing all of this. You will lead from the Academy of Sciences, the workshop, and the construction site, for you are the creative genius." These 3 divine messengers were drawn to earth by the Virgin Mother, Mamangunu, who gave birth to them and named them Nsaku, Mpanzu, and Nzinga. Their descendants formed the Great Congo nation, the Bakongo, organized into 3 clans, the Nsaku clan, the Mpanzu clan, and the Nzinga clan. Together, these 3 clans are known as the leaders of the 12 tribes, the shepherds of the 12 tribes, and the light of the world, Kia Kua Ninza. The ancestor Nsaku, a prophet, high priest representing religion, the color blue, divine love, and the spiritual church. The ancestor Mpanzu, a blacksmith and craftsman, symbolizing science and technology, the color yellow, divine intelligence, and the Academy of Sciences. The ancestor Nzinga, a queen, embodying governance, the color red, divine power, and political leadership. Nsaku, Mpanzu, and Nzinga were 3 inseparable siblings. Likewise, religion, science, and politics must work hand in hand to ensure the well-being of God's children on earth. In the year 4200 before the era of fish, these tall blacks multiplied and inhabited Ethiopia, Egypt, and beyond. In the year 4200 BCE, before the era of fish, the tall blacks multiplied and inhabited Ethiopia, Egypt, Nubia, the Sahara, Moab, Canaan, and Midian. In 220 BCE, during the decline of the great Egyptian civilization, the archangel Ne Nzala Kongo appeared to Nem Bemba Zulu and spoke these words: For the confusion of nations, and this until the time foretold by Ne Kongo arrives. From now on, the nations will know you by my name of temple. You are the Bena Kongo, the Bena Kongo. You will leave the north for the south, the head for the heart. You will hide the mysteries of the holy law in the caves of the heart of the land of the sun Sirius, Ethiopia, Africa, and you will conceal the 12 in 3. When the barbarian peoples of the world of darkness succeed in corrupting the holy tradition, which is inherently black, by transforming it into a white tradition, you will abandon this great feast they have poisoned. Then will come the new covenant. You are the nation that has been chosen to serve me. Your first ancestors came from the skies, from space, but you were born in Ethiopia. From Ethiopia, I brought you to Egypt. And now I am bringing you out of Egypt and sending you far beyond Ethiopia to become the head and the heart of this great region, stretching from the Kôngo Ocean to the sources of the Nile. You will live in the land of the great king, the great Mani Kongo, who will come from the skies, from space. This is where the prophecies will be fully fulfilled. For truly, says the Lord Muanda Kongo, when the sons of the world of darkness collectively succeed in leading the world astray, the light that will restore the world will come from Congo Dien Totela, at the time ordained by the Lord, when the star of promise will appear in Congo Central. Thus, under the enlightened guidance of Mbemba Zulu, the Bena Kongo of the Sahara, Canaan, Midian, Moab, Nubia, and Egypt regrouped in Ethiopia and began the Great Migration, which would lead them to the unknown Promised Land. The Bena Kongo left Ethiopia toward Tanganyika and eventually reached present-day Zimbabwe under the leadership of the ancestor Isanusi, where they built a great civilization directed by Ndamba Kongo. Zimbabwe, a city shaped like Lukongolo, was constructed by the Bena Kongo. After the decline of Zimbabwean civilization, Yaya Mbangala took leadership of the Congo people. While crossing the Kalahari Desert in a time of great purification, all the Bena Kongo who had behaved wickedly and sinned in Zimbabwe perished by lightning and thunder. A new generation of Bena Kongo emerged from the Kalahari Desert and entered the Promised Land. During this migration, one branch of the Bena Kongo lost their way and traveled further south, eventually giving rise to the Zulu people of South Africa. In the year 320 CE, the Bena Kongo crossed the Kunene River and settled in the first region of the Promised Land under the guidance of Nsaku in Kanda. They named this province Kongo ya Mpangala due to the intense heat of the region. The first capital was established in Kimpemba. In the year 420 CE, under the leadership of Nekoti Pwanga, the Bena Kongo conquered the second province, named Kongo dia Kwimba or Kongo dia Mulaza. The capital was relocated to Kahemba and later to Feshi in what is now the Bandundu region. In the year 529 CE, the Bena Kongo crossed the Mwanza River and occupied the third province, named Kongo dia Luangu or Kongo dia Mpanzu, in honor of the blacksmith ancestor. The capital was moved to Zimba, located in present-day Manianga. After the rise of Nzinga Mbele, the Bena Kongo followed the Mwanza River and crossed it at Nsanda Nzondo. In 690 CE, under the enlightened leadership of the prophet Kulunsi, the Bena Kongo reached the sacred mountain known as Lemba Mountain, Nkumbawungudi Mountain, Nkaila Mountain, or Kongo dia Ntotela Mountain. Before ascending the mountain, the Bena Kongo stayed at its base for 40 days to purify themselves. Finally, the high priest Nkembo Wamonesua and 12 elders ascended to the summit of the sacred mountain. At the summit, the archangel Ne Nzala Mpandu descended in the form of the radiant sun and walked upon the sacred ground. 9 giant eagles circled the mountain, thunder roared, a rainbow appeared over the summit, and the 6-pointed star of promise rested upon the rainbow. A gentle rain fell at the base of the mountain as a blessing for the people. On their knees, faces to the ground, the Bena Kongo swore their allegiance to the one true God, addressing him with this solemn oath: "We shall serve only Mwanda Kongo as the eternal God. We shall honor Kongo dia Ntotela as the sacred nation of God. We swear this allegiance for all time." Mikhail Masa video, subscribe and share for more in Jeddah.